I was trying to compose a tweet.
Well, the million-dollar question is it actually working right now? Are we actually live? I can't answer that question because I don't know. We're having a lot of technical glitches. We're having a lot of technical glitches right now, and I apologize for the problems we've had tonight. They've decided they wanted to change some things around on YouTube, so given the fact that that's going on, that means that basically we're not going to be able to do things like we're used to doing, so that really sucks. My apologies for that, honestly. And that's the reason why we're so late. I will send a link to you guys in Twitter right now. Hold on 1 second.
I'm actually about to do the same thing.
Tweet it.
We are live right now at yes. So there's the link right now. If you want to check us out right now, if you're not listening live, then yes, I am live. We are live. Yes, Sir Disney here, and my God, this took forever. Thank you straight up to my good friends Tristan, James, and Aaron for getting me through this issue that we had. And we are now live, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Raw. Obviously, before we actually were talking for quite a while, and then the next thing you know, bing, bang, boom, realized we're not live. So that was super embarrassing. But it's okay, because no one heard what we were saying, so now we get to reiterate exactly what we said to ourselves. I am not alone. Oh no, join me as always is my partner in crime from across the pond. Apparently he's into burglary as of last week, and that's Ashley.
Hey, I'm not. Hang on.
You said last week I'm into burglary.
Yeah, because Ant-Man was.
Well, that's the reason I brought it up so long. Sorry about that.
Now I'm into doing a musical score 19 years in the making.
Oh, God.
Good old Joe Kramer. Because Limp Bizkit was crap.
Mr. Fred Durst, the person that flipped someone off, and next thing you know, he's pretty much blacklisted from wrestling forever.
Forever. No.
Wrong reference. So, real quick, I really apologize once more for us being so late. Like I said, we had the technical glitches, but we're finally live. We're finally able to talk about Raw, and we'll try not to talk your head off tonight. I don't see us doing a 3-hour podcast tonight. We also...
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. We are also joined once again by Mr. Entertainment. Aaron, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, welcome me again, huh? Yeah.
I have to welcome you again because we
course,
weren't live before.
Yeah, we weren't live before. It was not a lopsided Raw, but it was a lopsided podcast so far. So, but yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I dread to think what YouTube's gaming is going to be like when this service launches, if it's going to be like this for not YouTube gaming.
This beta is super... Okay, sorry, I've been watching a lot of Jesse lately. This thing is like soup's annoying, and I needs to go away.
I don't know what's worse, Dana White saying wrestling's fake or YouTube right now.
We'll call him Beta White because I dislike both about the same right about now.
Hey, don't be critical of Vanna White.
I only turn letters when they glow. So, of course, before we get started talking about Raw, and it was an interesting edition of Raw, I do want to mention something, unfortunately, I have to mention, and that is the fact that we had another passing in the wrestling world, and that was Rowdy Piper. And before we get started talking about Raw, I definitely want to go through, feels like deja vu, doesn't it? I want to go through our favorite Piper moments from his career, his storied career. I've went on record many times saying the same thing everyone says. Roddy Piper is probably the greatest heel in the history of the wrestling industry. And I do want to start with Ashley. Ashley, what's your greatest Roddy Piper moment?
For me, it was probably the Verse videotape that I got with him on, which was 2-in-1, because I think the dollar shop or whatever, or the whatever it was, the what they call them, Goodwill store, was just getting rid of them because it's a videotape.
I gotcha.
It was WrestleMania 8 and SummerSlam 92. So that sort of combo was when I first saw him, but then you've got stuff like WrestleMania 13 with the, did they really just rip O.J. Simpson footage and put it into a pay-per-view?
They really did. It was that backlot brawl, and when Piper strips Goldust down, it was like a black bustier, and then...
No, it's the little touch of, oh my god, he must have cut Piper, which led to the blood on the side of where the handle was. So then it would legitimize the blood on the handle for the real sort of helicopter chase that OJ did.
I like the gold baseball bat and him trying to escape into the vehicle, and he tried to basically bust out the windshield.
Yeah, if all else fails, bust out the windshield.
Exactly.
Sheriff
Aaron!
Dumbo now.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron, what's your Piper moments?
Well, as I said, I guess in our rehearsal earlier, I never got to experience Piper in person, so I was only watching him on a small screen. Didn't know much about him, but when I started watching wrestling, WWE, obviously the first company I was exposed wrestling to. When I saw the Piper Pit segments, they were controversial in a unique, witty way, much different from the delivery of Paul Heyman's controversial promos, which are entertaining, but Heyman and Roddy Piper, they kind of go together. They're both entertaining men to watch, but in this case, dealing with Roddy Piper, he will be missed because Paul Heyman's still around. So, but Roddy Piper, unique, different, and being controversial in a funny way. And the Piper's Pits, really the only stuff that I knew about Piper growing up as a young wrestling fan. But with the network, even back then, I went back in the history and learned more about Roddy Piper, how he transitioned and transcended professional wrestling into, quote, sports entertainment. But he was a really important figurehead, just like Hulk Hogan was. So I can't really say when we said what we said earlier when we weren't live.
Keep bringing that up too.
No, reiterate that. But yeah.
Okay.
We need to keep reminding YouTube how great their service is, and when YouTube Gaming comes up in September, and like 4 people want to use it, it will crash and burn, and
I don't want.
AIDS will start, meningitis will start. It's gonna go that well.
I do not want to lose my spot on YouTube because of this, so we're not gonna say that kind of stuff.
No, but yeah, I know.
Hey, it's. I don't want to say it's the Asa argument because he's probably watching, but it's the Skynet deal. If it's gonna go wrong, and when it does, the shit hits the fan. And you know who gets the blame? Us. It can't be the multi-billion-dollar company that actually has the stuff to be able to deal with it. Oh, and if you think people on here can't criticize their owners, Epic Rap Battles just criticized Maker Studios.
Wow.
They basically said Disney is basically slave drivers.
Hey now. Shots fired. Hey now.
Bang bang.
Hey, they're the ones that put it in their video.
Hank Kingsley says hey now.
And openly admitted it. That was the thing that I think surprised everyone.
Oh yeah. So my moments for Roddy Piper, I'd take you back to WrestleMania 5. It was in the actual video package, which we'll talk about later, but one of the things I really remembered was when Roddy Piper did a Piper's Pit with Morton Downey Jr. And I love it because Downey would not stop smoking, and he would not stop smoking. And he was like, Mr. Downey, could you please put the cigarette out? And he's like, I'm going to just blow smoke right in your face. So, in true Hot Rod fashion, he pulled a fire extinguisher from underneath the stool, and he pretty much blew Morton Downey Jr. away. It was really awesome, to say the least. I love the stuff that Piper did with Bret Hart, the feud over the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, he beat the Mountie for it. I love the stuff he did with Ric Flair. I love the stuff he did with Hogan. Obviously, the Rock and Wrestling back in the early 80s, and the War to Settle the Score, and then WrestleMania 1. And, I mean, it's a sad state of affairs. We're getting to the point very soon that WrestleMania 1, like, there's not going to be many superstars left before too long.
Yeah.
It's a real big shame, too.
The news that came out today that Smith had treatment for cancer. Yeah.
Which surprised me to actually see Tamina on Raw tonight, because I thought she would be at her dad's side.
I thought so too, but I don't think that quick. I do think we're not going to see her come SummerSlam. At least I hope for good reason that they do give her time off, or she requests time to be beside her dad, because he was a top trending topic on Twitter today, and when I saw it, I'm like, oh no, not again. But I noticed that it was for cancer, but death or being diagnosed cancer is two not good things, two bad things.
Very true.
So
I will say right now, another thing I really enjoy his time in WCW, and I love the fact when he did the promo where he was at Alcatraz. I thought that was great. And like I said, I love all the stuff he did with Hogan, and I pretty much have followed Piper from day one, like when he was wrestling for the United States Championship against Greg Valentine. And there's some really great stuff that Piper's done in his career, and I definitely wanted to make mention of that before we move any further. I unfortunately did not meet Rowdy Roddy Piper. I did have an opportunity to, but I kind of let it pass me by. They were filming Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies, actually, down the road from me, and in the same building that I made my splash in the wrestling business, actually, the City Park Pavilion. And they were doing a lot of scenes in there, and I could have met Piper there, but I didn't. The one thing I will say is, it's a weird story, but my mother actually saw him in a bar and took his glass after he had left. So I thought that was rather interesting, and it was rather a funny little anecdote I would tell people. But yeah, before we go any further in the podcast, before we finally get going tonight, I do want to do a complete presentation to say thank you, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Thank you for being the hot rod. Thank you for being the best heel in the history of the wrestling business. Thank you for professional wrestling, because if it wasn't for Roddy Piper, we probably wouldn't have sports entertainment like we know it today. And definitely wanted to make mention of that before we got going. So rest in peace, Roderick Toombs. You shall be missed. Godspeed, Hot Rod.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the best clip that I can find, if it ever loads. Which
Live television, folks.
Yeah. Card subject to breaking. Wow, what's going on with the internet?
Are we indeed live? Because we said lovely things about Roddy Piper earlier. We were live.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Back in 1957.
There it is.
Excuse me. Just survive. You look like the head fell on the cheese dip back in 1957.
Wait for it.
You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly.
Yes. Failing of not that quote, the other great one.
Yeah, you just wanted an excuse to curse on the podcast.
Hey, people, you should have heard the mouth on Owen.
Oh, don't even go there, sir. Don't even go there.
Don't want to ruin your reputation. That's why I'm not going to repeat the words you said.
You know who he sounded like, don't you?
And his name is John Cena.
Yes. And it's not a podcast unless we bring up the John Cena sounder.
Yeah, no, he sounded like John Cena after he broke his nose.
Oh, God. Yeah, so John Cena was playing the part of Marsha Brady last week. No one made that reference yet. I did. So the show starts off with the 10-bell salute, and deservingly so, the entire roster, and I mean the entire roster, as in Vince McMahon was even out there. And then they basically were all wearing Hot Rod shirts in tribute. And it's interesting because somebody was there live, and I saw on Twitter that Vince and Triple H both stood back after the video package had started and watched it on the stage before the show began overall. So I thought that was a nice little tribute there, the fact that they took the time to stand there and watch the tribute video, and I thought that it was very well done. And we got to see it twice tonight, and it's available on demand right now. I believe you actually can get it on the Facebook page of WWE right now.
Mhm.
And then obviously it's unfortunate whenever a legend passes away, but again, just you commend the production team at WWE when these wrestlers die before the weekend. Now they have all weekend to put this amazing video package together, and the songs that they pick you never heard of, all of it almost makes you want to tear up.
Yeah, it's a really sad state of affairs. Like, it was Greg Holden. The song's called Hold On Tight, and the lyrics are really, really appropriate. Don't take your life for granted. Why don't you hold on tight to what you've been handed?
Every single tribute package that they've made for the past 3 wrestlers, big names that have died, and other ones that they had made packages for, the songs are, I agree with you, always appropriate, and they mirror of that person's deceased death.
See, the lyrics really are really, like, cryptic, and they're really, like, sad, and you really think about it. They're really somber and haunting. It says, why don't you hold on tight to what you've been handed, because you just don't know how long you will have it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because Maryland Championship Wrestling, they actually had Piper's final Piper's Pit, and they aired it on YouTube earlier tonight, or last night in this case. And it was a somber moment because Piper says, I'm going to paraphrase here. He pretty much said that I don't know how many more of these I have left in me, so I want to make this one count.
Oh my.
So it's kind of like when the Ultimate Warrior went on Raw before he passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a state of affairs. I mean, we are in an industry that death does happen rather fast. And it's always a shame.
Yeah, it happens quite frequently now.
Yeah.
Frequently at the moment.
So, yeah, I definitely wanted to start off the show by saying that, and I thought that was a really well done segment. I do like the fact that it was like a lone director's chair with the word Roddy on the back of it and the kilt on the side.
Yeah.
Very well done, WWE, as always. Say what you want about WWE's production, but you can't say anything about their video production.
It's top notch, always.
Always is. That's the reason why ESPN tries to steal from the WWE all the time.
Yeah.
So let's start off the show, shall we? We actually roll right into it. The show must go on, and Seth Rollins comes out wearing a new T-shirt, and a T-shirt that, I'm not going to lie to you, I'd be proud to wear. Because the front says never shuts up, and the back says you can't see me.
It shows you that WWE marketing was just so quick on to actually make profit, because that's what it is, off of John Cena's broken nose. And I guarantee you, if that shirt's not sold out by the end of the night or the end of this week on WWEshop.com, because if I had the funds to, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Oh, I want that shirt right now too. I'd rock that shirt hard next month, regardless. But, I mean, it's kind of like when they played on the Suplex City name. It's like it was just a throwaway line, and then look what WWE has done to it. They made it into, like, a marketing machine.
Right.
Just like Brock Lesnar, a marketing machine. The Jimmy Johns on his pants, and marketing machine. So, Ashley, kick into Rollins' promo to start the show.
So they basically replay the nose break. Seth's obviously, pretty chuffed with himself, and saying there's an issue for me. There's only one person that can slow me down, and that's me. But in all seriousness, there is an issue. I'm too sympathetic, so I hurt Cena, and literally they show the break again. This is like that Taka Michinoku nearly hurting himself at the Royal Rumble that Lawler wanted to see about 17 times.
Oh yeah, I
back in
remember that.
2000. And that he was disgusted that he felt and heard Cena's nose break and didn't feel bad at first, but then realized he broke the nose of the face that runs the place.
Brilliant.
Then they showed the black and white. Then they showed the black and white pictures because red is banned.
Yeah.
That's why John Cena doesn't have his red shirt anymore. So Seth was saying he wanted the match stopped because obviously he was unfit to continue and wanted to be declared champion, but caught off guard because Cena was still up for a fight, and Cena got the win. So he has a proposal. One more time, one-on-one, but only this time it's title for title, and winner takes all at SummerSlam. And if Cena doesn't have the grapefruit to show up, because apparently he's Vince McMahon, he can forfeit for the title. But regardless, for the first time ever, somebody is going to be US champion and WWE World Heavyweight champion.
It seems like shades of WWE Championship and World Heavyweight Championship mashed together at Money in the Bank several years ago.
WrestleMania 6, Hogan and Warrior.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind.
This US title that's meant so much over the last 3 months will mean nothing because it will get amalgamated into the World Heavyweight title thing. I fear.
I hope not. They really need to have a secondary. Well, see, the thing is, you don't have enough championships. Then you can have too many championships. You need like a middle ground. And I don't know if just getting rid of one of the championships would be... I mean, getting rid of the Intercontinental Championship would probably not be a bad thing because it's an albatross. But it's also the WWE Championship, and the US Championship is the WCW Championship. So which one would go away first?
The ECW one.
Yes, that already happened. That big, ugly, gaudy belt they brought in towards the very end. God, that title was ugly.
That they had to specially make for Mark Henry because he was the first champion to hold it.
Black and silver does not say ECW to me.
No, absolutely not.
Keep in mind, though, that design is still in use today.
Yeah.
That belt that starts with a D and ends in a "Why are we here?" Evers. So it continues on because Seth says, "Look, this is San Jose, and it's really awesome to be here because I'm here, because that's what he do."
Yeah.
And it's a pretty historic place because just down the road at Levi Stadium, it's where he won the world title.
Yeah.
And it's where that following day, when they were actually in San Jose, it's the same arena where Cena issued his very first US Open challenge. So tonight will be the first ever WWE World Heavyweight title Open challenge, which is happening right now. Which, of course, by right now means after the commercial. Starting now. Curtis Axel.
This moment will be the moment.
Starting right now. So we come back and JoJo's in the ring. Yeah, that'll never happen again.
Yeah, no, I was watching it and I was like, "Oh, George."
JoJo's challenging for the WWE. So she's in the ring and basically goes, "Hang on, this isn't a cop-out. This is actually for real. And Seth says, oh, no, this is completely real. It's just there's two little rules. One, they can't be over 6 foot tall. And two, they can't be over 200 pounds. So Jojo says, right, that means you're facing El Torito then, because there's nobody else that fits. So Seth calls out El Torito. I think this is racist. How has everybody forgotten Hornswoggle? The bastard.
The only thing Hornswoggle does anymore is swerved.
The bastards. So his music play, El Torito's music plays, not Hornswoggle's. If Hornswoggle's did, that would be awesome. But then all of a sudden, somebody else's music plays, and it's the man that the company forgot where he comes from and what height and weight he is. Which you'd have thought, considering it's like, well, he fits the bill, he's under 6 foot, and he's under 200 pounds.
Correct.
You'd have thought they'd have gone, introducing the challenger, weighing in at 196 pounds, and standing 5'10", the man that gravity forgot. Super Neville.
Neville man.
But instead, it was just introducing the challenger, the man that gravity forgot. Pac.
Yeah, no lie.
So yeah, they ruined it. You ruined it, damn it. You ruined it. I need that clip. I can't be bothered to get it on YouTube because it will go wrong. Real fucking ugly. So then the match happens. That's when I hand it over to Owen because that's his duty.
Yes, it is.
Chinlock.
Chinlock, exactly. Okay, so Rollins collapses on a chinlock. There you go, Ash. I'll go with that.
Yay.
A knee in the midsection. He goes for a backdrop suplex. Neville floats over, lands on his feet, hits the jawbreaker, charges in, eats a high back elbow. You know exactly what I'm going to say before I say it. Spinning back kick, front kick, spinning back kick, comes off the ropes with a drop kick, but, Rollins has seen this match before, like we all have, and he hits a rebound sling blade for a near fall. Charging for him in the corner, heads up top, and he gets countered with a super kick into the weirdest looking reverse Rana I've seen in a long time. He didn't land on his head, he kind of landed like a back bump. It looked really weird. Did you notice that, Ashley?
Yeah, it wasn't a great connection. It was sort of thank God it was, a few inches to the left and whatever, because if it wasn't, we might have had another Cena moment, except something a bit more drastic.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about that move where Seth Rollins looked like he landed on his neck? It was like a flip something from Neville.
Flippy cup.
Interesting way to put it. There, Aaron.
Like, I don't know what it was. I mean, because I said whoa, and then my dad came back in, and I showed him the replay, and he's like, oh my God, he almost did land on his neck, and I'm like, yeah, they almost had another Cena thing. It was bad enough Neville put his mouth guard in. He's like, oh, I'm not getting kicked in the teeth again tonight.
Yeah, I forgot about that mouth guard he wears. So
What the hell was that accent?
I don't know.
What
I thought it sounded
was
like
that?
Neville, but then I thought it was like Becky Lynch or a Neville or Regal. I don't know what it was. My accent's
you are disrespectful to our British friend.
Kentucky bourbon, son.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I need to perfect the.
No, you just need Kentucky bourbon. That'll do.
So he goes for a German, and it's countered into another German, but Neville lands on his feet, and the ricochet German from Neville, deadlift German for a near fall, goes up top. He leapfrogs over Rollins, and a big clothesline from Rollins spins Neville like a top. Goes for the pedigree, double leg, into the jackknife cover, 1-2, and if the referee would not have been paying attention, that would have been a 3 count. That was a 2.9999999.
No,
It was-
that was...
No, that one was too.
That was the two. No, that was the 2.9. The 2.99999 came afterwards.
It was funny because the commentary and a dirt sheet said it on Twitter that they were trying to make sense out of it, that we didn't think it was a 3 count. No, it was a 2 count, ladies and gentlemen. It was a 2 count. The commentary, like when they showed the replay, they were like, and we thought this was 3, but it was actually a 2 count. What?
That's on the referee, because kudos to the referee for pulling that off, because if it would have been just 1 second later, that would have been a new champion.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the only time that happened. Oh no. He charges in, eats a boot, heads up top, and Neville climbs up, a snap Hurricane Rana, and he goes for the red arrow. But it's great because the second that he connects, Rollins folds in half, and his heel lands on the middle rope, but the referee doesn't catch it until he's counting 3. So yeah, that was the Hans Landa moment for the 2.99999.
God damn it, I didn't expect that audio clip to be needed. Should have.
Give it time. So he heads up top again, goes for the red arrow, and Rollins rolls out of the way. He hits the pedigree, spikes Neville like an exclamation point, and gets the 3 count. Tremendous way to start off the show. Yes! Oh, it's not a Popcast without the soundboard that doesn't officially exist.
Thanks, YouTube.
So yeah, this match was really good. Great way to start off the show. Crowd was into it. Great back and forth matchup. And is this the first of many Seth Rollins Open challenges for the WWE Championship that's going to be coming? We'll see.
No. They just did that because otherwise they were only going to have like 2 matches on the card.
There's a lot of multi-man matches on the show tonight. It really was.
It was Teddy Long's kind of show.
Yeah.
The issue is, of course, after tomorrow's SmackDown tapings in Sacramento, most of the roster, if not all of them, I think, are going on the Australian and New Zealand tour.
Mm-hmm.
Which explains why next week's Raw is happening in Seattle. Because the flights are easier.
Yeah, no lie.
Cheaper.
A lot cheaper. Tag team action next. We have 8-man tag. It is the New Day and the Ascension taking on the Lucha Dragons and Los Matadores. Once again, Diego and Fernando went to Tito Santana's yard sale and got their gear.
All I care about for this match is the New Day skipping. It is hilarious.
Hashtag awful commentary. Thank you, Michael Cole.
I needed to make sure that Xavier was okay.
Yeah, bring up what happened with Xavier Woods on Twitch earlier today.
Yeah, so I was watching Colin and Greg live. Greg Miller, Colin Moriarty, who left IGN to do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, at their pad, Xavier was there, filming some stuff for Up, Up, Down, Down.
Yes.
And this is sort of spoilers for an upcoming video, but it's probably plastered all over Twitter anyway, if you at least follow him, because I think he has retweeted it. But he got into a battle with, I think it was Dan Edelman, from GameSpot. And it was a best of 5, and it was on Soul Calibur 5.
Okay.
And Xavier apparently absolutely, squashed him on game 1. And then he lost game 2. And then he lost game 3, and then he lost game 4. So the punishment was for the loser to eat a hot dog in sort of a standard sort of burger bun, but rather than having your standard sort of sauce or a hot dog, it was just mayonnaise.
Oh, God.
And Dan, who hates mayonnaise himself, but also Xavier doesn't like it, decided to put about the amount of stuff that I mean, there was so much mayo on it. You could have called it K2,
Oh.
and everyone was worried about it, especially Xavier. And I can say this because it is a direct quote. The reason why he was worried about the mayo is because he's black.
Oh, God.
That's the
Hulk
quote
Hogan.
he gave. That was the quote that he gave. I was like, wow. It's amazing that he can say it, but other people then get into trouble. But
Yeah.
he eventually managed to eat it, and I guess somehow sort of managed to keep it down.
Mm.
And he was saying in it, how the hell am I going to wrestle tonight? He was like, this is not something that I normally eat, this isn't my style, and it was... So I don't know whether he did a he's going to puke moment at some point in the day.
Oh, God.
But it came close. The bucket was on standby. But yeah, there are quite a few shots on Twitter of him eating it, and at the right appropriate times there is a Brazzers logo.
Oh, God.
And
That's disgusting.
that's all going to be part of one video. He's also shot something with Greg himself. It wasn't any sort of punishment like that though, thankfully. So yeah, that's what he was doing this morning.
Wow.
And then it was being about the power of positivity and all that. Wrestling.
Real quick, before we go any further, it wouldn't be a podcast unless I did a weekly shout-out to Xavier Woods and Up, Up, Down, Down. And if you are not watching Up, Up, Down, Down on YouTube, why not? Seriously. Austin Creed, it's hilarious. You get to see sides of superstars you've never seen before. Seth Rollins playing Turtles is awesome. Heath Slater, and it just, like...
Cesaro and Double Dragon.
Cesaro playing Double Dragon, exactly.
And congrats on 100,000 subscribers, by the way.
Yes.
Xavier Woods.
And yes, as always.
That's nearly as many views as last week's podcast got.
Yeah, it's crazy. We did like 600 views on the podcast last week. Thank you guys so much.
Woo!
And
Crazy. Why are you watching this?
and in the immortal words of Mr. Austin Creed, keep it tight. Keep it tight. All right. That had to be said.
It was very awkward when he was saying that today while stood behind Colin and Greg, because I was thinking, oh dear Lord.
Oh God. So tag match, 8-man tag match here. The New Day and the Ascension get the win basically when it goes finishers galore, and Kalisto hits a flying body press on Kofi. Xavier gets on the ring apron. He gets kicked off he kicks off Torito because Torito grabs his foot. Kalisto's on the top. Kofi hits Trouble in Paradise, and they steal the win right there. So it was a solid 8-man tag. It got about as much time as I thought it would get, and we're building towards what appears to be a multi-man match for the WWE Tag Team Championships at
appeals to me.
SummerSlam.
That appeals to me.
What does appeal to me are the primetime players on commentary, like schooling everyone.
It's
Primetime players, hashtag good commentary.
Exactly.
Cole JBL, Cole and JBL, hashtag Warful commentary. Byron Saxton, hashtag unlucky.
They keep Michael Cole on his game too. Like, okay, Cole, talk about the match, Cole.
I don't know. I need to put something else over that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
WWE 2K16's commentary team, hashtag we're all doomed.
Oh
God. So we're going to talk about the Powerbuff Girls here. They got a new name today, and I really don't think WWE were paying attention when they came up with this name. Because if you Google submission sorority, this makes them heels, and we're going to be talking about hazing, and I don't mean Daisy.
What? Oh.
Oh my word.
NSFW, not safe for work. Yeah, that name is...
SNSFW.
So
Seriously not safe for work.
So
Seriously not safe for work.
That's
So,
what those letters mean. I never knew that.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to get here is, it would not surprise me is if somebody said this on Twitter. I don't remember who said it, but I'll give credit to somebody on Twitter. Whoever you are, thank you. They probably won't be calling them this name too much longer once somebody realizes what you could possibly do. Hey, little Johnny, let's Google this.
Someone quick, tweet WWE, call the headquarters.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stick with the Powerbuff Girls for now because that's what we're using.
Theme page, Powerbuff Girls, and what was it? Submission Sorority.
Submission Sorority.
It's not like the other things. One of these things. You guess which thing? It's not like the other things. It's right.
It never fails. It just never fails.
Yeah.
So they are in tag team action, Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Real quick, before I go any further, Becky Lynch had a really bad thing happen to her in the latest edition of Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Oh.
Ashley, have you seen the image online of like the rankings for I don't remember what the rankings were for. I guess it was for like the women's division in the WWE.
They announced the female 50.
No. I will just say this. I saw rankings, and the first thing that came to mind is didn't say Becky Lynch. Someone needed to go through their spell check before they went to press, and they didn't. It literally says Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
In the words of Becky Lynch, that is disgusting. Oh my. How can you just.
It's just.
Oh, it never fails. So, Charlotte and Becky Lynch are in tag team action against the Bella Twins. It is made perfectly clear that Nikki's not going to be dropping that title until she breaks AJ's streak, and she's at 253 days. It's just like with the Goldberg streak. It's very easy to remain undefeated and with your championship if you don't defend it. How long has it been since we've had a Divas title match on anywhere? It's been a while.
Probably as long as this. Sorry, that's Brie Bella's music, by the way.
Oh God. Oh God. But yeah, that's what we had. We had tag action here, and it actually was a decent match. Obviously, gave about 13 minutes according to Ashley's timing here. And I'm watching this match, and it's really weird because I look at it and I realize that they're putting the emphasis on the wrong person in this storyline.
Oh, I think I know what you're about to say. The person on the outside of the ring.
The person that should be getting the emphasis of this group is Becky Lynch.
Yes.
I like Charlotte, I do, but watching her in a WWE ring, it's not as believable, I guess you could say.
That's what I knew you were talking about, because someone had mentioned on Twitter that she even said herself in NXT, it's not about my father. Like, it's not about my father. So why the hell do Michael Cole and Byron Saxton keep mentioning the fact that she's Ric Flair's daughter every week? At least twice, because we have two Divas tag team matches every week now.
Well, I'd also like to make a point. As I cue up the sound clip.
Oh no.
For it. Clearly this is going to be... the way this is geared is that this is clearly going to be some sort of submission match.
Yeah,
You
that
got
makes sense.
Charlotte, you got Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Paige, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Alicia Fox, and Tamina.
Why did I know you were going there?
It's like
I
I haven't
know.
seen her do a submission yet, other than a headlock.
Well, I mean, because, like, here's the thing. I said on Twitter, and maybe you guys can tell me and shed light on this. I don't get her role in Team Bad. Is she a security guard for them, or do they not know what they're doing with her? Like, all due respect that she's the daughter of Superfly Snuka and what he's going through, but just as an on-screen character.
There's one reason why she's in Team Bad.
His name is John C.
Point taken. I might as well just agree with that. I actually do agree with that.
Also, if they get desperate, they can just replace Tamina with Ronda Rousey.
Now that I wouldn't mind because, I think it's later on in the show we actually get around a Rousey statement.
Well, not much later. We just need to get through this match.
Pretty much, yeah. So, we'll get into that real quick. Charlotte comes in, ducks the clothesline, 2 big chops, the spear, Brie makes the save, Becky hits the exploder on Brie, knocks her all the way to the outside. Nikki hits a spine buster for a near fall, the chin breaker's countered, and Charlotte locks on the figure 8, and Nikki taps out.
That bridge, though.
That cameraman needs to stay away from that bridge.
Obsessed with various animals of the feline variety.
Jim Quigley from ECW would be proud, Ashley.
God damn it.
I know.
I hear Ashley...
I know we've had a lot of news about Cecil the Lion, but that's enough pussy for 1 week.
Nice.
This isn't TNA.
Oh,
literally.
I hear Ashley's echo.
Oh, wow.
I know. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
I don't hear that at all, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, no, it is a good sign. I heard it earlier.
All I have to say to that is...
No, I heard it when you were talking about Tamina. I heard Tamina. I'm like, what?
Probably because I had to keep saying it over and over to make will myself.
Well, the quick note about Tamina is that, people, and I just like talking about Tough Enough a little bit each week on the podcast, even though we don't have a separate one for it for good reason.
No.
Yeah, I know. But people said Tamina does not know how to do a splash after last week's Tough Enough episode. So I was like,
I didn't watch. I'm done.
Yeah, just like Mick Foley, done. I don't know why I'm still watching. I think I'm still watching it because Paige is, very opinionated, and I guess she should be now. I guess I agree with everything she says on a quick note because no favorites are left, and reportedly WWE's trying to find a way to get rid of ZZ.
Yeah, they really want.
Rick voting.
They want Josh to win as of this moment.
No comment on that.
You know why they want to get rid of ZZ, though? Isn't he on one of those shows that's on Destination America?
Is he?
He's on some sort of Gator show or Gator Rescue or whatever.
I don't know whether it's Destination America or whether it's like a History Channel thing. Or Discovery Channel.
They all sort of run together for
If
me.
it is Destination America, hashtag conspiracy theory starring Mel Gibson.
Oh. Oh, see, now I hear Owen's echo.
Don't know why.
I'm not hearing things.
Anyway,
This is what happens when YouTube breaks.
so it happens when you
We-
find a stranger in the Alps. So after the match is over, basically Naomi pretty much calls out Ronda Rousey, which is interesting.
Hell
What?
yeah.
Yeah, kind of. She's like
Ah.
saying we're the bad don't worry about Ronda Rousey, we're the real baddest women on the planet.
True that. True that. Just can't. I'm going along with this. It's not really true.
Hang on.
And she makes an official challenge to Paige for later tonight and says she promises to send Paige back to Freak Island.
Okay.
That's a harsh nickname for Canvey Island.
Oh God. So real quick, Superstars tapings. I have those results. We had Fandango defeat Heath Slater and Jack Swagger over Bo Dallas.
Aw, come on. Why is Bo Dallas all of a sudden superstars in main event every week? Come on.
It's Back to the Future year. It's the right time to push Jack Swagger.
You know why?
His name is John Cena.
Give more time to Cena and the Divas. Yeah.
We can't do that.
To be honest with the fact that he isn't there, honestly might be why. They're having to rewrite storylines because their biggest star isn't there.
Crowd's not reacting to things either.
Thankfully, they updated the listings for who's going to be performing on which show, so they don't have to refund. Be like, he's injured. Take him off the list for everywhere. We don't want to pay him back all the money. Otherwise, we go bankrupt.
I heard about that. John Cena just taking off all live events and, the injury update. This is the injury update. WWE posts a photo of John Cena training. That's not an injury update. That's just like him being crazy John Cena as he is, not wanting to quit, back down, and he really lives up to his character. Him as a person, his character, obviously we both know mirror each other.
Mm.
Oh, and just a reminder, SummerSlam is coming up in only 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, and he's not going to be better in 3 weeks.
If you want to piss a certain somebody off, don't pay $9.99 for the network version. Pay $55 for it on pay-per-view. Because then it's $5 more than the so-called fake stuff with Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, so... I guess, Dana White, I was already billed to watch SummerSlam and TakeOver this month, so I guess NXT TakeOver and SummerSlam, that's fake shit. That's like 6 hours of fake shit. Okay, all right.
So would you rather pay for 6 hours or pay for 5 minutes?
6 hours! Yeah!
Hey, for me, it's only £5. So actually, I'm getting it cheaper than the network.
Well, Ashley, I'm gonna let you take the reins real quick. But before we do, did you want to give your opinion on the tag matches, the 8-man and the women's tag match?
The 8-man was serviceable.
Mm.
Yeah, all it did was legitimize how good primetime players are on commentary.
Yeah.
And how everybody else is. And the Divas tag match, it's good to see that Divas matches are getting longer than a right back squash match.
Wow.
No, sorry, not right back, the other one.
Baron Corbin.
No. We'll get to him later. World's strongest job on my ass.
God. Shots fired.
You are tearing me apart, WWE.
Oh, we'll get to that later, too. So, let's talk about the Miz TV segment with Kevin Owens and Cesaro.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. I love that.
Ashley, that's your cue. Go ahead.
Yeah, so obviously he says, Miz TV, the second best talk show ever, because there would have been no talk shows. The Body Shop, Heartbreak Hotel, Snake Pit, all that, if it wasn't for Piper's Pit. And then says, you will be missed. So then we're back to business, and he says he's on fire. I thought that was Xavier Woods and NBA Jam. So he's got TV shows, he's got movies like Santa's Little Helper coming out appropriately at Easter. And he should have the IC title, but Ryback's got it, and he's AWOL with his crazy injury, and he feels that he should be the next champ. So he now brings out his first guest, Kevin Owens, who says, "Oh, I'm a big fan, Miz. I got all your movies on Blu-ray." And then Miz says, "It's good to see he's got all my movies on DVD and Blu-ray." No, he doesn't want his. Kevin Owens only wants high definition.
Yeah.
Not here. You
Bullshit,
bastard.
you got your Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Actually, you neglected to mention one thing that The Miz ended up saying, a nice, wonderful slip of the tongue. He says, the title should go to the #1 championship.
Yeah. I didn't think it was worth mentioning because the #1 championship is clearly the US title. And we're already seeing the titles being merged, so we don't need that.
Fair enough.
Miz asks why Cesaro's got a problem with him, and Owen says it's clearly jealousy after what he's accomplished. Cue Cesaro, who comes in the ring, and Miz is like, it's not nice to interrupt, and Cesaro's there saying, I'm only here because I want to be right here face to face with him to explain, for him to explain why he thinks that. So Owens goes on and says, he's done so much in the last few months after all the things that Cesaro sacrificed, weddings, bar mitzvahs, then starts like fake tearing up sort of thing, saying, Cesaro's no match for him. Cesaro taught saying that he's ashamed of Kevin with his #walk Owens walk movement when he basically walked out the matches, which is disrespecting everyone. The fans, the company, the wrestlers, both present and past, and considers him an embarrassment. And Kevin goes, "Oh, well, what's embarrassing? I've done more in the last 3 months than you have done in the last 3 years."
Ooh.
Yeah, that was low.
Yeah,
Owens
this
won, zero
this
Cesaro.
is old school Steen versus Castagnoli.
It really is.
So, understandably, Cesaro wants a fight. And
Fight.
Miz obviously goes, "Go on, fight, you sons of bitches." Yeah.
He's like that instigator in the schoolyard trying to get the two bullies to fight.
No, but he sounds more like that because he sounds like a drunken hillbilly. Yeah, do it. But Kevin sort of channeling little Ted DiBiase goes, I will be fighting if the money is right, and tonight it ain't right. So he #walks Owen walks. So Miz is like, "Come on, Cesaro, you can't take that. You gotta go after him." And Cesaro just beats the crap out of him. Cesaro looks on from the ring. Miz is apparently dead. Some people might be pleased with. And it looks as if try to remember if they've actually gone one-on-one at some point somewhere.
Oh, the Miz versus Owens or the Miz versus Cesaro?
No, Steen versus Claudio.
I'd have to bet they have at least once.
Back in the day. I know they share a common enemy in some bloke called El Generico.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, Tijuana with the Mexican orphans, along with Steen. Huh.
Yeah, I'm seeing many matches on here. A lot of, if you check it
I
out.
know they face each other in tag action for a bit with some bloke called Cassius Ono.
Yeah, C4, the other KO. C4, Ashley.
Ah, in Canada, yeah.
Yep.
I guess the Swiss connection is just because, he brings chocolate and Canada goes, you bring enough chocolate, we'll be in a match. So yeah, that was not too bad a segment. Nice for Miz to obviously do the nod to Piper. And by the looks of this, it could still possibly be for the IC title. If Ryback can't heal in time. It also meant that Big Show got a night off, thank God.
Yeah, that was nice. No Big Show tonight. I love that.
I don't want to see him retire. But it's just nice. It's nice to see that he can not have to show up on Monday Night Raw. He can be on SmackDown and do a little spot on there and still get over. Because I think the way they could still do it, if Ryback isn't ready enough, is it could be a fatal four-way for the vacant title.
I see that.
And then they could give it to it's between Claudio and Owens.
That match is going to be amazing.
And if they go 1-on-1 at Night of Champions, get rid of Big Show and Miz from that feud and that title belt storyline, that is probably going to be the best match on the card at Night of Champions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And if the more and more Owens keeps having the best matches of the night on shows, the more and more people will be going, wow, I think this thing in January we might have to do something.
I'd say so.
Either way, cue Rusev.
Yeah. That actually is true. So,
Backstage with Lana Ray.
Oh, God.
Lana Del Rey.
Oh. Oh, wow. I just want to watch The Great Gatsby right now.
Stop playing your video games, you bastard.
So, yeah, this ends up being a Rusev match, which is basically a one-sided squash against Mark Henry, of all people.
Is Mark Henry
somebody's going to get their ass kicked. And it's the guy who got the theme that says somebody's going to get their ass kicked.
No. It's somebody's going to turn face again. Or turn heel again.
Somebody's going to be the recipient of a super kick party that isn't by the Young Bucks.
Yeah. I want to see Rusev. I want to see Rusev do that sideways pose when he hits the super kick.
I now want to see Rusev do the Meltzer Driver by himself.
God. That's impossible. I will say right now, Rusev coming out with my girl Summer Rae. Oh my God, her dress as Lana is like the stuff that dreams are made of. Legitimately, she looks great. She really does. If you don't like,
now if you look at Twitter, Lana is looking more like Summer Rae did before this whole thing.
It's like they flipped personas.
Yep. Freaky Friday, except it was a Monday.
So no accolade, no submission hold. Basically, it's just that leaping super kick twice, and then after the match was over, he does it again.
I just realised that's the reason they're doing it. Ziggler does super kick.
Yeah.
They're doing their own super kick party. So literally, like, Ring of Honor is going to have a super kick party at the same time as NXT. Possibly might be having one, but I don't know whether they'll be wrestling. And then they might be having a super kick party on SummerSlam. And then the following night on Raw. And it's like, how many super kick parties can we have? Ah!
I will say right now that it was interesting to see Mark Henry lose to just 2 straight kicks. That's basically what it was. And by the way, he's going to team with the Primetime Players on SmackDown.
I wonder how they feel now.
Against the New Day in 6-man tag action.
Well, hopefully that egg's passed through then.
So, yeah, there really wasn't much to say about this match. It was a one-sided squash. I see summary that makes me happy.
Oh, hang on. No. Speaking of Xavier and Kofi,
Go ahead.
we had a promo for the soon-to-be cancelled, apparently Swerved.
Yeah, Swerve's is not going to make the next season, it sounds like.
And
Make a lot of sense to show a clip to plug the network then.
Xavier Woods decided to bring the racism gun to a WWE show. Because, one, he turned Kofi Kingston white, and two, we don't know whether it was drugs.
Oh, God!
It was the same consistency. Baking soda looks a lot like Coke.
Alright.
Don't worry, I've seen too much Scarface to know that you can mess with the purity to get more bang for your buck. Oh wow, it really is going to the Young Bucks. God damn it.
Oh, man. Get a...
Set to appear later tonight, the Indie Taker.
Oh, God. So, Ashley, we get a promo from Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper up next.
Yeah,
Anybody but you,
talking backstage, obviously. And then I guess Sheamus is there as well.
That was really weird.
Because I guess he's second cousin 3 times removed or something.
They are the
Really
weird beards, after all.
I love just that bit at the end, and there was like giggling, and just deadpan to camera, run.
It's like, I guess you could say tonight we're your friends.
Yeah.
Sheamus laughs, and then Bray looks at the camera and says run, and that's the end of it.
Yeah. Tonight, we're your friends. Run.
I don't know about you, but that run was a total disaster.
Run.
Was that The Undertaker?
yeah, I think it was.
The Undertaker, like a different octave, though, but it was still there. The inflection on your voice was there, for sure.
It's the Undertaker in Brie mode.
Oh, dear God, I hope not. Okay, so we get to our next match. It's the Battle of My T-Shirt Collection. Zack Ryder versus Wade Barrett.
Can we have some decorum, please?
He hasn't said that in a while, and it's funny because I do the Horror Nights video, and I bring that up, and the next thing you know on Raw, he actually comes out and says that.
He's watching your podcast.
Proof that they're watching this for different reasons now.
Yeah.
Not room references.
Wade Barrett has gone from having the cape of Prince John to the cape of Leonidas from 300.
Oh my.
Because we have to remember that he was not tag team champs once.
Oh, God. I'm very happy that this match happened. Ryder got a lot of offense here. He charges in, does Barrett. He gets both knees up, the middle rope missile drop kick, the charging forearm, the broski boot. He sets up for the Rough Rider. He gets popped up, lands on the top turnbuckle, and eats the bull hammer, and that's the end of that. So it was a good TV match. It was a good short TV match. I liked it.
The best bit was every time JBL tried to say, "All hail King Barrett," he couldn't because he got cut off by something.
Yeah, I noticed that
He
actually.
just, "All hail."
King Booker.
Oh God. Yeah, this match. Ashley, you have any thoughts on the match at all?
It was short.
Okay.
Should have
Aaron?
been longer.
I agree with that.
To be honest, it should have had R-Truth
No.
as well on commentary.
No.
No, keep them completely away from each other forevermore now, please.
It was a quick match for what it was.
Yeah, but with the cape that he's got now, it's more like a bin bag.
Yeah.
This is Barrett!
I think we're supposed to just, forget that he's king. Because I don't even take him seriously anymore as king of the ring.
This is Walgreens.
So, up next,
Oh
we
my
get
God.
we get Paul Heyman coming out, and he basically reminds us that The Undertaker picked this fight. And Ashley, that's you now, sir.
Kicking the balls.
Who's the heel now?
Yeah, the alpha dog became a bitch.
Yeah, who calls
The following night.
Who calls the Undertaker a bitch and gets away with it? That's my question.
It was unbelievable how he said it.
Michelle McCool.
Oh.
Yep.
That might be the only one.
That was great.
So then they recap the brawl they had on Raw, and Heyman says Taker will never rest in peace because he'll never beat the one behind 22-1. Yes, he's now correcting it because of WrestleMania 31. Brock comes out and brings some of the steel steps into the ring because I guess he's trying to get a flashback from Extreme Rules 2012.
Mhm.
And then sort of Heyman unofficially shoots, because I don't think this is true. Because Heyman says Undertaker begged Vince to give him a rematch at WrestleMania, but Vince rejected it.
Yeah.
It's a nice,
Paul Heyman's
this is
doing
a
it.
very nice approach to the angle to see what was coming up.
Yeah.
So then at Battleground, Undertaker forced WWE's hand by costing Lesnar the rights to be WWE World Heavyweight Champion, because it was clearly going to happen if it hadn't been for it. So therefore, forcing the rematch to take place at SummerSlam. The match that was too big for WrestleMania and is so big they're having to extend the duration of SummerSlam by 47 years. And Heyman says Brock will once again live up to the slogan on his t-shirt. Literally. Because it'll be eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. And Undertaker won't be resting in peace by getting redemption. He'll be resting in pieces after Brock's finished taking him to Suplex City. And I must say, this Paul Heyman guy, I've not heard of him before, but I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. Thanks, Lance Storm. That was a great tweet.
Oh my God.
That's great. So yeah, that worked really well. It kind of actually, it's really really weird. This took me to a Paul Heyman promo from WCW.
Dangerous Alliance years?
Yeah, exactly. Right before the Dangerous Alliance started, when the WCW Halloween Phantom faced the Z-Man. And
Where's RoboCop?
the second that he revealed himself, He used the line, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, rest in peace, Stinger, your career is over, and they introduced Ravishing Rick Rude. This remind me so much of that back in the day. I was a big fan of the Dangerous Alliance, and to this day I will state the Dangerous Alliance is the best stable that never reached its potential in the history of the business.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really awesome thing, a nice comparison to old school Paulie Dangerously.
Yeah.
So we had real quick. We found out that Stephen Amell is going to be on Raw next week in Seattle to confront Stardust once and for all.
We didn't find that out yet. Whoa. That was later.
No, it's after this match, actually. It's Paige against Naomi.
No. You forgot the important thing that happened.
Okay.
The WWE Rewind.
Oh, yeah. The rewind was for that night. Literally. It was a rewind from earlier on in the evening.
Rewind brought to you by your DVR.
Exactly. I can rewind right now and watch this rewind. I don't know why you're showing it again. It's the problem with having 3-hour shows is the fact that you have to treat us like it's short attention span theater and basically remind us what happened 5 minutes ago.
Who said that? Right, sorry, I lost where I was because I just got distracted by my own joke.
We're on Paige and Naomi now.
Oh, Brie mode, right.
Match was short, straight and to the point. Flying body press misses. PTO is kicked off. Paige hits the kick, locks in the PTO, and gets a submission. So 2-0 for the Powerpuff Girls this time around.
Bull Nakano.
Yeah, I love how she's using Bull Nakano's move.
I'm only bringing up because that's the only bit that I heard from the Stone Cold podcast. All I will say, she's just like her mum.
Stardust is on doing a promo up next. He basically says...
On Facebook.
He did it on exactly, it was on Facebook. And he did it with Eden, which is really funny if you really think about it. Neville, if you're not going to be my hero, and then he makes a pantomime of a bow and arrow, who will? And he starts laughing maniacally.
Bloody Mark Hamill.
I know.
Where's Mark Hamill when we need him? Oh, wait, Star Wars.
Oh, God.
So then they say, well, apparently, Raw is going to be in... Raw's going to be in Seattle, and we've heard rumors that there's the possibility of Stephen Amell that's going to be there. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, yes, he is going to be there.
There was a tweet, and this tweet is glorious. It says, okay, at Stardust WWE, you asked for it. See you next Monday. Hashtag ML gets Raw. And it's literally a picture of the Green Arrow action figure staring down the Stardust one.
Is a Stardust action figure?
Yeah, there is now.
I need to buy it.
So the rumor is, for anybody that's been following along, is the fact that apparently the new Green Arrow costume is going to be revealed at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
That's a big rumor right now. That's something that I've heard from a couple of people.
Interesting than a load of fake Terminators surrounding Triple H.
Oh God, don't remind me of that, please. I just forgot about that. Thanks.
That was the best bit. That was the glory. That was the glory days of the Popcast. That was the first one.
Oh yeah, that was the first wrestling podcast we ever did.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to start watching wrestling again.
Yeah, and lame Schwarzenegger, the bastard.
So they re-air the Piper tribute video again, and like Ashley said, talking to me off camera, when it comes down to it, that's what they did with Dusty, so it makes sense. So then we get a weird.
With everybody, I think.
Yeah, we get a weird Shield type promo.
I knew it.
It wasn't
The
weird.
same thing.
It wasn't weird just for Ambrose using the line. Which he literally said, to quote from Rowdy Roddy Piper, I've come here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. Then spits a piece of gum out and goes, I'm all out of gum.
And it's funny because Roman Reigns called him. He's like, "Come on, crazy, let's go do this." That's his pet name for Ambrose. Is just crazy.
Wasn't that one? Hang on, wasn't that one of the lyrics to Aqua's Barbie Girl?
I'm going over the song in my head.
Crazy.
You know, it's weird because I can't really place it in my head where that goes.
Also, if it's crazy, where's Niles Barkley or Mary Dobson?
That's a good point. I don't care much about Gnarls Barkley, but Mary Dobson is fine with me.
Or Jeff Bridges?
Yes.
Or that racist character that Adam Sandler voiced in 8 Crazy Nights?
Wow. We just exhausted this joke, Ashley.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Patsy Cline. Nah, still enough in it. The second one.
I had nothing to do with that. Anybody that's listening to this. I will say right now that it's entertaining that Randy Orton shows up. They're all wearing Piper shirts too. I really thought that was cool. And Orton's like, you know what? You guys do what you want, but leave Sheamus to me. And it really felt like Randy Orton fit with Ambrose and Reigns. I don't know why. It just felt right. Like if they wanted to make them the new Shield, I wouldn't have no issues with it.
They did it wrong all along. It shouldn't have been Seth that joined the Authority. It should have been Ambrose and Reigns.
Oh, no.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people are talking about Ambrose turning on Reigns at SummerSlam, but I guess it depends at this point.
Yeah, no, it really depends because, right now it's like, after months of, thinking Reigns was going to turn on Ambrose, now that whole build-up was to them partnering up with each other again, and, the past couple weeks have really kind of made that solid. So it's really up in the air if Reigns...
I think 4 people isn't enough. This needs to be a 17-on-17 tag match.
So real quick, I just want to let you guys know that the Go Home show that's going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota for Raw before SummerSlam, tickets are still on sale right now.
To quote Mike Goldberg from that fake UFC, even though it isn't, tickets are still available.
Do you want me to go into the Don West voice again?
Tickets are still on sale, my God.
Were you being choked
No
in your sleep,
wonder
Aaron?
after
That's how it
DFW
sounds
revealed what they're
sometimes.
doing with TNA. God damn it, you fucking bastard.
Oh, God.
That's what it sounds like.
Matt Hardy dresses up like Bigfoot. Oh, yeah.
Don't even get me started on that. I wanted to go to that taping, too. Thank God I didn't.
So,
got your leg! Oh, isn't this funny? It wasn't even funny 12 years ago when WWE did it.
you know what's really funny? When you went into that rambling right there, Ashley, you actually sounded like that practical effect you normally use in the podcast.
No, hang on, I need to grab that because I know what match is coming up.
Oh, God.
So yeah, we get into the main event, your 6-man tag.
It is Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns taking on the team of the Wyatt family, represented by Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, and Mr. Money in the Bank, Sheamus.
Team Submission Fraternity and Team Bad. I'll leave you to decide which one's which.
I don't know. Mentally Unstable versus the Weird Beards.
Yeah. Team Psycho Sid.
Keep the squeegee away.
Keep RoboCop away. He was
Oh.
petrified of that band.
All right, so we get to our main event time, and we pick it up from, yes, your favorite, Ashley, the chin lock.
Hey, that isn't my favorite. My favorite is the car lock, and they've left the keys in the ignition.
Bray's got it locked on Ambrose and a knee lift. He charges in. He gets the boot up. A lariat by Bray stops him dead in his tracks, tags Harper in, drops the knee, 2 scoop slams. He goes for a scoop slam and gets countered, and Ambrose with a slam. Luke sidestep to the floor, and a big boot sends Roman Reigns off the ring apron, tags Bray in, hot tag to Randy Orton, clothesline, ducks the clothesline, Samoa Joe style snap power slam, knocks Sheamus off the apron for good measure. Orton counters Uranagi to the 3.0 backbreaker, and the snakebite DDT does connect. Harper mows him over with a discus lariat. Yes?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just noticed it wasn't podcast related, sorry.
Ambrose with the tope to Harper. Harper no-sells it and big boots him right in the face.
And Harper's response?
Yes! And Roman Reigns leaps off the steps, which now have been reset up after the furniture moving from Brock Lesnar from earlier. And he leaps off the steps, hits the clothesline. And Sheamus ends up tagging in. Roman is officially in, hits a Samoan drop, charging clothesline, repeated clothesline in the corner, punches Harper off the ring apron, clothesline Sheamus over the top to the floor, ducks the clothesline, the drop kick to the side of Sheamus' head, and a Superman punch to Bray to knock him off the ring apron, a roll-up for a near fall, but only got the 2 count, over-the-shoulder power slam countered, and Superman punch. Harper comes in with a big boot. Ambrose hits the Nigel to Luke Harper, charges in to the Sister Abigail. It gets shoved off. Tope to Harper, RKO from Orton, onto Bray. Sheamus goes for the brogue kick on Orton, misses, off the ropes, and gets mowed over by the spear from Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3, and Randy Orton and the Shield win this. It was a good main event. I enjoyed it. It was a good back and forth match. Had a weird commercial placement. Was like 5 minutes into the match.
Let's be honest. There's one main reason why you enjoyed it.
Go ahead.
Because it finished 5 minutes after when it was supposed to finish.
Oh my god, that's exactly right. We did not go like almost 4 hours tonight. No, we only went like 3 hours and 5 minutes. It was awesome. And if we didn't have the technical glitches, and we would have actually been on time tonight.
This is the wonders of a show happening when they've got to go to Australia the following day.
Yes.
It's like, oh,
What was that?
literally.
What in the hell was that?
Oh.
Luke Harper, I get it.
I was at Toys R Us the other day killing time, and I saw his action figure. He comes with 2 gators, literally.
Wasn't that in the Eminem song, Ass Like That? Aye, but dying.
Charo? Oh boy.
Tora, just the one.
Oh wow. But yeah, that was the main event. I enjoyed it. Ashley, what did you think of the main event?
It was really good, top notch. In all honesty,
I agree.
it was, so they did a good effort, considering obviously they're the main event because he who shall not be named wasn't there.
Who's that person?
Can't think right now.
Fair enough.
I'm checking some things. Oh wait, I think I know who it is. No, wrong one.
His name is John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That's who we're talking about here.
Never lose.
Aaron, what'd you think of the main event?
I broke my nose. What?
Oh, wow. I'm telling you, I said it before, I said it off camera, so I'm going to say it live. When it comes down to it, if Rollins wasn't rocking those laser tag knee pads, everything would have been fine.
Yeah, but you know what would have happened if he
Thanks,
wasn't wearing
Rollins.
those? You know what would have happened if he was wearing those knee pads?
Don't touch me, motherfucker.
Yes! Since we didn't get a promo tonight, we had to make some noise here.
I'm sort of wondering if this is what Mark Henry got when he got to the back after Rusev.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Excuses to play clips from last week that were awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's always fun to bring up things from previous weeks.
Plus, it's also sunny in Philadelphia.
Exactly.
Ouch.
So, Aaron, what'd you think of the main event?
I didn't pay much attention to it. I saw a tweet from Dirty on Twitter, and they said that it wasn't good. It just felt like unimportant, even though it was like continuing rivalries in the match. But I don't know.
Oh, come on.
It was
wasn't that bad.
It was a
Wasn't-
solid main event.
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
pay-
it was. I just wasn't like engaged in it, I guess. I mean, towards the end I was, because then it was finisher city.
Yeah, I love finishers galore is always a fun spot in the match.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
we're gonna go finishers galore, and then we're gonna go home, and there you go. So that's gonna put an end to Raw tonight. That would be another edition in the books. So we will be chatting next week. We have our technical glitches figured out, and we will basically go live at 11:30 p.m. next Monday night. This archive will be available in a couple hours, actually. I might wait till tomorrow morning because I don't have to be at work until later, so yay. The 10 a.m. early shifts are now over. So, because summer is done now, basically. I will state right now that once we get all the technical glitches worked out, which I think we've got them figured out, we'll be able to go live on time. And hopefully there won't be any glitches with running like 20 minutes over, so we don't have to worry about that. And maybe we can actually start a little bit before 11:30 next week. I can't promise that, but I can try. So, real quick, I do want to get off, before we get off here, I do want to give a shout out to Acer in the chat. Acer is, he definitely joins us every single week here on the podcast. I know we had some technical glitches, and we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, whether live or on archive. And Acer, you can catch him on Twitter at Acer1337, yes, in a row. And that is an easy way to catch him on Twitter. He needs new Twitter followers. Like I said, I want to thank my good friends Tristan, Aaron, and James for being able to help us with the technical glitch we had before we started. And I will be chatting with those fine gentlemen very soon. Sounds like we're going to be getting an announcement sooner rather than later, so stay tuned for that. So Halloween Horror Nights Popcast is forthcoming. Mark my words. That's what we've got. And real quick, before we get off here, I also want to make a quick programming note. So tomorrow will be NXT, and that was last week's NXT. Thursday, brand new Sip and Snack. We're going to be focusing, for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be focusing on IKEA. I have some IKEA food, and it's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
For a minute there, I thought you were eating furniture.
We're going to eat furniture on camera and get paid for it. No, we will be doing that and IKEA for the next 4 weeks. That'll take us into September, and of course, get some really awesome Sip and Snacks with special guests coming up when I get to Orlando. So Friday, AJ's movie reviews will be tackling Shaun the Sheep, as well as Fantastic Four. The
It's
Gift.
Shaun the Sheep. He only mucks about with those who cannot bleat.
Dear God. The Gift and Ricky and the Flash has got a big question mark above its head right now, so I don't know if we're going to get that or not. If we don't, we don't.
Let's be honest, that's the film that doesn't have the big question mark over its head. I'm looking at you, Fantastic Four.
Well, I know I'm getting that, so I don't have to worry about it. So next week we'll...
The studio is.
I really don't think so anymore. The Saturday, of course, will be the new Pop Flashback segment, which we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. This time we're going to be focusing on Animal Kingdom for the plus and minus. That video is from January of 2013, so check that out. Sunday, Versus will be our second week of Robin Williams tribute Versus, and this week we're going to get really dark. Last week we were a little bit lighthearted. This week we're going to get really dark, so stay tuned for that. Gaming with Ash returns on Monday. So, Ashley, what do you got for everyone on Monday?
It's 7 days away. I don't know.
Sweet.
You ask me now as if I would plan ahead that far. No.
I know, and I'm trying to give people like an incentive to tune in. That's why I'm just checking out.
It might be something relating to Gamescom. To be honest, with the Konami deal, with these apparent like slave labor that's going on, I could do that just to do a whole. I think the title of the video, if that happens, could be "Let's all laugh at Konami." Ampersand or ellipsis again.
Also, you can catch Ashley on the SNS Radio Network. He has two segments. One, it being the whole indie show with Sandro. He does every single week. Ashley, what do you have on tap this week?
On that, we're prepping for a big month. Practically for New York, because apparently, WWE aren't the only ones having shows in New York. Nearly every other company in the world is having a show there as well.
Nice.
And that's sort of annoying.
Understandable. You also have Sticks and Flicks, which I believe is on a hiatus right now.
It'll be back when it'll be back. I keep saying it's going to be back this week, and then it isn't. So it's on hiatus that lasts a week. So I don't have a clue. To be honest, there's going to have to be one coming soon because I feel like there's enough to get off my chest. Because if certain things come out that are broken, hopefully the people that do the press passes don't listen to it. Otherwise, I might get put up banned.
Well, I will say right now that Ashley will be joining me and AJ for our Academy Awards predictions, and that starts at the end of this month.
Yeah, I'm having to make a note of songs and documentaries.
Yeah, I need to start looking into stuff myself.
Foreign language, I'm pretty much screwed on.
You can catch Ashley on Twitter at @AshIsMyNameUK, and also you can check him out on email. It is sticks@snsradionetwork.com. And
like the Facebook page, the whole indie show, and Sticks and Flicks as well.
Exactly, like the Facebook fan page. While we're at it, we can also kick into Mr. Entertainment. You can check out Aaron at Mr. ENT92. He's on Facebook as well. He has a Facebook fan page for World of Winning, and you can check out his website. It's worldofwinning.webs.com. Check him out on Instagram and Wrestling Amino. I think, is that about it?
Live stream.
Fine, yeah.
Yes, that is it. Good job. And also, I just wanted to mention that this week, it's in the plans, but I won tickets from 104.5 The Beat to the Comedy Get Down tour this Friday night at the Amway Center in beautiful downtown Orlando, featuring Charlie Murphy, Eddie Griffin, George Lopez, Cedric the Entertainer, and DL Hughley.
Did you say Charlie Murphy?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. You did not discount Charlie Murphy.
No.
That Cedric the Entertainer is going to be there too.
Yes. and it would be my second time seeing both Cedric and George Lopez, but my first time ever seeing a stand-up tour in an arena setting. So that's going to be very interesting, as well as my friend as well, his second time seeing Cedric, and we went to go see Cedric together last year for our first times as well. So it's going to be very cool, very fun. Amazing that I won.
I would totally love to be there for that for sure. I mean,
Absolutely.
the only problem with that concert, I mean, for that comedy show, seriously, like if they could get George Lopez out of there and replace him with somebody actually good, I would totally dig every second of that because that's a bunch of really awesome comedians that I really enjoy.
It is, and it's like a bad joke. I'm not being Hulk Hogan, but it's like you got 4 black guys and a Mexican. It's the start of a bad joke.
If that was Carlos Mencia or Paul Rodriguez, I'd be a lot happier.
Okay. Well,
So,
George Lopez is fair. I just wish I
no, he's not. I don't like George Lopez at all. I never have.
I had since I won tickets to this and I get to see him a second time, but for free. I wish I had not spent $52 to see him last year.
Dear God, I wouldn't pay that much to see George Lopez do anything.
I thought it was fair at the time.
Hang on. Let's clarify something. I know what Aaron is on, but the question is he on WhatsApp?
That's a social media network, what?
Yeah, WhatsApp is definitely a social. We do surveys about this all the time, Aaron.
No, I'm not on water.
Oh no, wait, he's on Tennessee Bourbon. I told him that earlier.
He's already started.
Hey, at least I'm not on Oklahoma Wi-Fi.
Oh, yes.
Oh
He
my God! Do you remember the
confirmed.
joke from last week that we ripped himself into?
Confirmed. See, that's the reason he didn't go to San Jose, because he knew Sasha wasn't getting a match this week.
He thinks he's gonna be finding a ticket to Seattle.
Because he's in Seattle.
So after that comedy thing, what's the cheapest flight to Seattle?
So, real quick, that's what we've got for this week. The app. Yeah, I have some information about the app. It has now been.
What?
It has been sent to iTunes, and it's up to them now. So, once I get more information on the app, you'll be able to download it to.
We got an app.
Oh my God!
to your iOS devices. Unfortunately, I do not have it for Android. That costs money, and Owen doesn't have it, obviously. So if you have you have an iOS device, you're more than welcome
You're
to
already pissing us off with this YouTube crap that caused this to be delayed. And
get
now you want to pay money to get your app on your platform?
yeah
No
to
wonder Fallout Shelter took a month and a half to get over to here. Ugh.
So all that information will be available on my Twitter. Yeah, I heard the echo there. So that's what we've got for this week. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. If you want to follow us on our Facebook fan page, it is Sir Owen Disney Pop, or search for Sir Owen Disney and Pop. You can friend request me if you'd like to on Facebook at Owen Disney. And if you do so, let me know that you like the show, you like the channel, you like anything about this stuff, because if not, I'm going to think you're a spam bot, because I've been getting a lot of those lately for some reason. You can tweet me at Sir Owen Disney, and you can also check out Gaming with Ash and Versus AJ's movie reviews and Halloween Horror Nights news, info, and speculation on moviepilot.com/Sir Owen Disney. I will be guesting on a couple of podcasts very soon. Once I get official info on that, I will be shoot that out to you guys on Twitter. So that's what we've got for this week. If you are a theme park or wrestling podcast who would like myself to be a part of your show, you're more than welcome to shoot me an email, sirowenddisney@gmail.com. So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, live or in archive. Ashley, thank you again for joining us in the wee hours of the morning.
I need a Wii. Nintendo.
Okay, that's weird. And Aaron, thank you for joining us again.
Absolutely, you're welcome. It was another good edition of Raw. The booking has really been on point lately, or hashtag be banging, promoting that playing house show on USA Network.
What are you talking about?
I wasn't being serious on the Kentucky Bourbon, by the way. Dear God.
It was, the new show that USA Network's promoting. USA Network's got the best programming, bro.
Who gives a shit
Okay.
about Mr. Bloody
Just
Robot?
kidding.
And you did that on purpose, you bastard.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So, okay, that's good. That's going to take us home for the week. So, next week, Raw will be in Seattle, and that will also be Stephen Amell face off against Stardust, building their match at SummerSlam. We are 3 weeks and counting away from the long Pop weekend. We're going to be recapping NXT TakeOver Brooklyn as well as SummerSlam, all 4 hours of it, and Raw the night after. So 3 big shows. We will be joined by some special guests. I know I've said this before, but this time I can promise you there'll be at least one special guest joining us for
One of them could be
all of
Stephen
them.
Amell.
Yeah, you never know.
I won't be on that one if he. I
Wait. This is where Aaron reveals himself to actually be Stephen Amell.
No.
God damn it!
Oh.
He's gonna be in Seattle next week.
I would actually I would be like I can't remember his name, but I'd be like that guy who wanted to kill himself on Twitter. I would kill myself if I was him.
We're going back
I don't
that route again. Okay.
Don't bring that up.
Please don't.
No, but what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, like I said, if I'd not want to be on that podcast, I would quit if I was. But the reason why I say quit is a Batista reference. Why was there like a small rumor on Twitter going around like the Animal Batista might show up tonight? All of a sudden, on Raw.
No idea. I didn't hear that actually.
I saw that a couple times. But...
They finished filming Spectre, probably.
Now maybe he'll show up to promote Spectre. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean it would kind of throw people off because then people would be like, oh, he's part of
That
something.
would be ironic.
Yeah.
Because when it releases in America, they're gonna be in the UK where the film's already out.
That's awesome.
Awkward.
So that's what we've got for this week. I want to thank everyone for joining us, and once again, continue to follow along on Pop and this Popcaster Revolution, which has a rebirth here. Halloween Horror Nights news. It's coming. Mark my words, it's coming. If you go to the contest that they put out through moments.universalorlando.com/Halloween,
Which sometimes takes forever to load, so you have to like refresh it a couple times.
it takes more than forever to load for some reason. But when you actually enter that contest, there were 4 boxes that were listed for the 4 Tuesdays in August, and those dates eliminated themselves a couple days ago. I can tell you as of this moment, they are back up again, so let the speculation begin. I have a feeling things are going to get a little bit hairy before this night is over.
Excuse me, what's that thing on the wall there?
So that's the end of this Popcast. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. You guys gave us 600 views on the video last week. Thank you so much for continuing to spread the word about Pop and getting us to, I'm almost at like over 1,100 subscribers now. Like, we are doing like super well. We're about ready to hit 110,000 views on the channel. Like, we're getting constantly like thousands of views a day, which is amazing. So yeah, 1135 as of right now, 109,900 views. Yes, yes we can. Yes we can. Yes we can.
Just like Roman Reigns. Just like Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 31. Yes, I can.
Check out Gaming with Ash this past week.
Anyone but you, Aaron. Anyone but you.
Come on.
Check out Gaming with Ash from yesterday. Check out the first Robin Williams tribute versus Tootsie versus Mrs. Doubtfire. Check out the Walking Dead official video where we had somebody who wanted to deliver some bad news at the beginning of the video. I don't have any idea about that. I just kind of blacked out and the camera was on. No idea. Still don't know. And Plus and Minus episode 2, which was Universal Studios Florida. So check out those videos. AJ's movie reviews, of course, was on Friday, and that was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, as well as one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, Vacation, along with 2 limited releases featuring Al Pacino of Danny Collins and Manglehorn. So that's what we've got for previous videos, so check those out here on the Pop playlist and continue to watch. Continue to follow along with me on Twitter, Ashley on Twitter, Aaron on Twitter, and like I said, Horror Nights news upcoming. Mark my words. Something tells me that before the night's over, we got some more things to talk about. So that being said, I want to thank you guys and girls up there for watching. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.